Welcome to Situationships with Sophie and Christine from BBC Sounds.
I'm author Sophie Gravia, known for my best-selling spicy books.
I'm Christine McGuinness, model, author and TV personality.
Each week, we're going to help you navigate through the toughest, most outrageous
and downright weird scenarios that life can serve up. From awkward situations in the bedroom to swallow me whole moments on dates, at work or with your mates.
Whatever your dilemma,
our podcast has got you covered.
Hello, and we're back for another spicy episode. So here's a wee look at what's coming up next. I was like full on going to be sick. She was like, she couldn't breathe. She was like, I'm saying, what did I do?
It's just the biggest weakness.
Yeah.
I think the best thing you can do when you're caught red-handed, just own your shit.
Have you ever had a sex dream about a colleague?
Oh my God, I don't think you can act like it never happened. It's not exactly the steamy night you wanted. Welcome back to Situationships with Sophie and Christine. And I think it's safe to say that nothing is off limits on this podcast. Should also let you know that we are not actually licensed therapists, although we do have a lot of experience. And if you'd like to share any of your crazy dating dilemmas or your saucy secrets, you can WhatsApp us on our Hot Mess Hotline on 08000 224448.
Or if you need help distinguishing your red flag radar, you can email us on situationships@bbc.co.uk. We're going to be discussing, I love this, workplace drama, situationships at work.
Yeah.
We're going to work.
It happens a lot. There's so many stories on this that I hear about because I work in lots of different places.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how common it is.
So common, and it was so common when I was working in the healthcare industry as well. And lots of people that have actually been nurses have came from like police or different places like that, and it seems to be common everywhere. Workplace affairs, drama in the workplace, I love it.
Have you ever had a workplace situationship?
I've had a wee bit of a situationship where I was texting someone, we went out on a couple of dates and stuff like that, but we didn't go fully there.
Was it awkward when you went back to work?
We worked at different departments. So it was fine because I didn't see them all the time. And as much as you think like nursing's going to be Grey's Anatomy, it's definitely not. So you don't really have time to really bother with stuff like that. Like, so I've been doing 13-hour shifts, and you're lucky if you get a lunch break in there.
Yeah.
Never mind going and chatting and eyeing up McSteamy. And plus, Grey's Anatomy, the doctors do not look the same here. So it's definitely not as fun. But no, yeah, we worked at different departments, and apart from maybe if he would come down to where I worked, which would actually make me feel uncomfortable, because it was like, this is my sort of place and you don't belong here. So, and I just used to get a red neck and I wouldn't concentrate, so I'd be like, leave me alone.
Yeah, do you know, I never thought about that. You're going to be conscious of like what you look like going to work, when really if you're in a rush, you're running, like you've got a long day.
Yeah.
You just want to focus on your work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I would like it.
No,
definitely not. Going to work's like your time off, isn't it? It's your time away from them. Like,
yeah.
No, it wouldn't be for me.
Okay, shall we go into our Hot Mess Hotline where someone has got in touch with their own work-life problem?
Absolutely.
So, I had pulled a co-worker I fancied for a while, and she came to my hotel room while working away for the night. She was always really kind, feminine, and I had fantasised about this moment for a long time. However, oh no. We got into the room, began kissing, so I noticed a double shower, so I stripped off and invited her to join me. Love it. She seemed excited and stripped off too. But when we went into the bathroom, she said she just had to use the loo. I jumped into the shower and was absolutely gobsmacked to realise she was taking a shit. Literally an arm's length from my face.
Oh my God.
I immediately got annoyed and asked her to leave. I felt disgusting. But now I'm not sure if I overreacted. I have to see her in meetings at work. The question is, do I bring this up or act like it never happened?
Oh my God, I don't think you can act like it never happened. It's not exactly the steamy night you wanted. It's a different kind of steamy night.
There was steam, but it was not coming from the shower.
Oh my God, that's disgusting.
That is so bad. It's actually terrible.
That is disgusting. I mean, great that she dropped her pants.
I mean,
but she
the
dropped something else
level
as
of
well.
confidence.
Is it confidence or she didn't care? She's dropped her guts and like, wow, that's far too comfortable. Like,
So
I
good.
wouldn't be okay with that years in.
No, I can't. I
was married for 16 years. I don't think I ever went to the toilet in or around in front of my ex-husband. I'm terrible.
It's my house, my mum's house.
Yeah.
That's it.
I can't do trains, planes, anything like that. No.
And so, for instance, when I was working in the hospital at like 13 hours, if I was doing even 3 days back to back, I sometimes wouldn't go to the toilet for ages. I was like a pure messed up toilet
I
habit.
don't think I had go in somebody else's house.
No, I could never. I could never.
I don't even know if I'm comfortable with... I mean, I obviously don't fart ever.
Yeah, me neither.
But even when other people do in front of me, I don't know how okay I am with
See,
it.
I think farts are the funniest things in the world. Like, I would sit and watch a fart compilation video on repeat. I think they're so funny, but I would never fart in front of my boyfriend.
I think it can be hilarious. Like, I've had it when I've been, not me, I haven't done it, but when I've been laughing with someone and they've been laughing so much and then they'll fart and then you laugh even more. But to actually go and take a shit in front of someone.
So the question is, should this person have a conversation and say, I just think that, how would you think
It wasn't the
this?
steamy night that I was expecting. Mm-hmm. And I'm a bit disgusted.
It's not even that, it's because she will then need to stand up and wipe. That is not a nice thing to watch anyone do.
I mean, I'm guessing it didn't go down. Well, not the shit.
No, he's chucked it out.
She must have known that was why, because he's all in the shower getting ready.
Aye, so he said that's disgusting and says you'll need to go.
I want an update. I want to know what happened. She must know. She must know. But yeah, I think if
they have a
really
conversation?
into each other, I don't even know if it's worth a conversation, because surely he's massively turned off now and that's it. He's not going back there. You can't look at someone the same.
I know, but I think it's the full thing is because they work together. So does he bring it up and say, listen, I maybe overreacted a wee bit. I got a bit angry towards you, but you disrespected my...
No, I think come up with something else. I think you're not going to go back there anyway because you're disgusted. That's it now. You've got the ick.
Yep.
So you're not going to go back there. So, like, let her down with a different reason.
I think what I would do is just walk into that meeting and be like, hiya, how you doing? And sit down and just not mention that at all. Take it to the grave. And obviously, with our listeners.
Oh my God.
So it's not always about falling for colleagues that's the problem. It's what happens when it goes wrong or goes bad or goes sour. I think that's the problem.
It is, absolutely. I mean, do you flush or forgive? Well, so the next story is about trusting your red flag radar.
Yes.
And this one was like red hot on fire. She knew exactly what was going on.
Okay.
Her hunch was spot on. And this is purely for your entertainment and empowerment. But can I read it to you?
Okay.
She sent this message in. Basically, we met at work. We've been seeing each other for 3 to 4 years when all of this played out. On holiday, he never bothered much with his phone, but on the last holiday, he was different. He was constantly nipping up to the room to check his phone. Now, straight away.
Red flag.
Red
straight
flag.
Away. Yep.
Okay, I'm learning fast. Anyway, fast forward, they got back home, he decided he needed some space and he moved out of the flat.
Red flag number 2.
Red flag. I had heard that he'd been cheating with this girl from work behind my back.
3.
Yeah, there's no smoke without fire, definitely. The same workplace where we'd met, but I had moved on during the relationship. Okay, so she's working somewhere else now. But when I confronted him, he constantly denied it. I decided I needed to know. I wasn't imagining it, and I looked into hiring a private investigator.
Oh, I love this.
Go on.
Okay.
I contacted my ex that day to see what he was doing that night, and he said he was having a quiet night, straight home from work, going back to the flat. The private investigator went to the street and waited, but after an hour, they called to say he hadn't appeared. So I phoned him and he said he was just in Tesco. So I called the private investigator back to let them know. And he caught him red-handed with a woman. I went round the next day and confronted him. He was still denying it. And he refused to believe that I was psycho enough to actually hire a private investigator. Clearly, he underestimated me. He finally realised I was telling the truth when I could show him the pictures. The look on his face was priceless. Wow, so she got the real receipts.
So, yeah, that's just pure gaslighting someone, though, isn't it? It's just...
Do you know what? Honestly, it drives me mad, the lack of accountability.
Yes.
It's just the biggest weakness.
Yeah.
I think the best thing you can do when you're caught red-handed, or even before you're caught, just own your shit. Just say, yeah, I'm seeing someone else. I'm sorry. It was better for me to move on than
100%.
to stay in this situation where I'm clearly wanting to be with somebody else. Like, don't mess with somebody's head. I would prefer to have my heart broken 1,000 times than have my head broken. I think that takes a lot of repair.
I can't believe there is private investigators out there.
I'd love to do that. I think I'd be really good.
So would I.
Although I've got to say, in any relationship or situationship or anything, I'm not a snooper. I'm not. I don't go looking for stuff.
No, same. And I think that's the beginning and the end.
I say that a lot. It's the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
I think if you go searching, first of all, you're already looking for a reason.
Yep.
I can almost guarantee if you go snooping looking for stuff, you're going to see something, and it could be really small. There'll be something that's going to upset you.
Yeah.
Like, why? If you're quite happy and everything's all right, don't go snooping.
Like, hats off to her. She's went and done the P.
She's done it because she's known, and she's felt like she was going crazy when she
felt like she
wasn't.
needed closure, eh?
Yeah.
And he's kept it in the workplace again. How silly. So she's moved on and he's with someone else in the same workplace again.
I'd say he's lucky that she did move on to a different job.
Yeah, oh God, the drama. And to remind everyone, we are here for all your workplace shenanigans, whether it is a Christmas party disaster, getting the fear after the Christmas party. I have 100% done that. We will discuss that. Or any sort of situationship you've got on. You can contact us in our Hot Mess hotline on 08000 224448.
Or you can email us at situationships@bbc.co.uk. Now, something very, very fitting for this week with our drama drop, where we discuss what is going on in the media, online, in the press, on socials, is the Jermain Jenas story.
Yeah.
I'm going to fill you in. So last year, he was investigated by the BBC after 2 female colleagues complained about workplace conduct as well as explicit messages.
Yep.
He was fired within days, but he is working again now. It's took him a year to discuss this. He's finally spoke out on his podcast.
Okay.
A whole year after the scandal broke.
Okay.
Now, he has said, to quote Jenas, it was Christian Grey in text message, put it that way. Oh. So he suggests that the messages were sexual, but doesn't give any more detail than that. He did also say that it wasn't just me going out of my way, there was no power element to it.
Like Christian Grey, I would say, is quite a power play.
I don't think it's the best thing to refer to.
I wouldn't have used that as a thing to go back on.
He did also say that he did consider it cheating, although nothing physical ever happened, and he does admit to emotional infidelity. He's back at work now, but in a different place to where he was with the colleagues allegedly that were involved. I think you've got to take accountability for that kind of stuff because he was married.
That's exactly,
I believe from what I've seen that his wife did leave, and she hasn't said too much about it. But yeah, I think if you're the one who's married in a relationship and you're messaging your colleagues, whether it's mutual or not, you're wrong.
Yeah, 100%.
You are wrong, which he has admitted. But I think just in general, having a situationship in the workplace just isn't ideal at all. Surely
it
not.
just blurs the lines, doesn't it? Like what's acceptable. I think it's it opens the doors for so many things that could go wrong, whether you're in a relationship or not, because there is, as much as people say there's not a power dynamic there's going to be preferential treatment, there's going to be things that just shouldn't happen, or even just discussing at night or what's been happening, just a lot more gossipy. And
I just wouldn't want to. I don't think it's ideal. I think I do actually know a couple, and honestly, they are literally couple goals. They are absolutely gorgeous, and they do work together and they live together, and they have a very, very close, tight relationship. They're going to be together forever. So for them, that's stunning. But I think for me, I like my time at work. I like that I've got stuff to talk about that whoever I'm dating wouldn't know, because it gives me some conversation. If you're with someone all day, every day, what do you talk about then when you get home?
I know. Work.
And then if it doesn't work out, then you've got to go and see them.
I know.
And then the Christmas party, well, that's just going to be awkward, isn't it?
So, and obviously when I was working in healthcare, you weren't obviously allowed to date someone in the same area. So if there was two people in a relationship, one of them had to go somewhere. But it didn't happen like that. You knew people were messing about and stuff like that. It would just all kinds of...
So everyone just keep it quiet.
Yeah.
I've seen that at work, though.
Yeah.
I've seen it at work where it's kind of like a bit of an open secret amongst cast and crew, where everyone knows that like somebody is getting with somebody somewhere, and like it's almost like the norm.
Yeah, I've worked in a workplace before, and it was like hospitality industry, and it was a ex-husband and ex-wife still worked there because two of them refused to leave. And they just wouldn't speak. It was like hatred for one another, and they would walk past each other in the corridor, or if we were in the staff room and you were on your break and you were sitting with these two, you're like...
I mean, that's just really awkward for everyone.
It's just awkward, yeah.
Oh no, do you know what? I would swallow my ego and I'd just leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I couldn't do that. No. Mind you, I'm saying that. I live with my ex-husband.
So emotionally cheating, so he obviously has said that nothing physical happened, which great, but emotionally cheating, do you think it's just as bad?
Yeah, definitely.
So do I.
I think if you're even thinking about somebody else, you're one step towards cheating.
Yeah.
Because your mind is on somebody else when
100%.
It's supposed to be here in your relationship, at home, whoever you're with, not thinking about somebody else. Like, what did you think was going to happen?
Okay, I've got a surprise. It's just a bit of fun. Now, I've no idea what is in here. We have got a work edition Have You Ever box. Have you ever played Timbola before?
No, but I know what Have You Ever is, and it's a game that I would never normally take part in, but thanks, Sophie, I will.
So basically we just pick something out the box, we'll take turns each, and we have to answer truthfully.
It's like Pandora's box.
Yeah, literally. Okay. Have you ever had the fear after a Christmas party? Yes.
No, I haven't.
You
I
haven't?
haven't actually, no.
I have massively had the fear at a Christmas party, and it was like probably one of the main reasons I stopped drinking, because I would go and get absolutely shit-faced and be far too comfortable around my bosses and stuff, just telling everyone secrets and be like, oh my God, did you hear like this and that? And then the next day wake up with the ultimate fear. Like, nothing bad, like now that you look back, but you know that way when you're drinking and you're like, why the fuck did I say that?
Yeah.
Or cracking jokes and like thinking that they're their pal and try to slag them and stuff like that. And I'm like, Sophie, what are you doing?
But you were only sharing secrets. I have seen it with other people at Christmas parties, work events, things like that, where you can see that they're getting a little bit too tipsy and they're more like flirtatious with the boss. I've seen that.
Oh yeah.
And
No,
then
that's
suddenly
not
they get an
happening.
upgrade in the job or a pay rise.
Yeah. What's went down in the Christmas party? Right, okay. Okay. Oh. Have you ever had a sex dream about a colleague? That is a yes, Christine.
I mean, is it a colleague still if it's after the job, if the job's finished?
Yeah. We'll say yeah.
I've got a very good imagination. My brain's like wild, and I don't sleep very well, and when I do, it's amazing. Woke up feeling like I hadn't slept all night. It was a great dream. It was a dream. It was a fantasy. It was,
Yeah. I don't know if I've had a sex dream about a colleague, because again, there's no one particularly that I fancied in work. Or,
I wasn't so I fancied them. I can't control my brain when I'm asleep.
yeah. So you wake up and you're like, for fuck's sake.
Thank God that weren't real.
Yeah. Right, okay, changing it up. Have you ever had to work with someone you hate?
Oh, no, not from my side. But I've felt it where I've thought or I've got the vibe that they really don't like me.
Oh,
so then I
hate
start
that.
being on edge and yeah. But
How can
no
no one like you?
Do you know, I don't know.
I know.
It's such an age.
Literally. I think, obviously, mostly when I was working in nursing, I would say hate's such a strong word. I don't even think I hate anyone. Like,
No.
I don't hate anyone. But, I mean, there's people that I would rather have been on shift with and people that I wouldn't. But, yeah, sometimes it's just they're just a big energy sap. Or they don't, like, I'm obviously quite hyper a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So when I'm in work and that, I'm, like, fucking buzzing about and then telling mad stories and, like, getting everyone, like, laughing and stuff. And some people do not like that.
That's what I would say the thing was towards me. Is that, it would just be, like, my personality or my energy. It'd be more of a, like... And I get it. It must be irritating sometimes, or it must feel like too much sometimes.
Sometimes I can hear me. Sometimes I can hear me and I go, fucking hell, Sylvie, you've no shut up. But, but I'm hyper.
But not on here.
No.
Not situationships. You can talk as much as you like.
So no, I've never had to work with someone in hate. And normally I can win them round.
Okay.
Actually.
Have you ever sent a message about your boss to your boss or a colleague to that colleague?
No, but I have never done that to a work colleague, but I have done it once to a situationship. So I was messaging a guy. We never actually met up. We were just texting for a bit. And it was like back and forth, constant texting. And so we were texting and I was on FaceTime to my friend at the same time and she's like, what are you doing? So I was obviously distracted. I was like, oh, I'm just messaging this guy back. And she was like, what's he saying? And I said, oh, by the way, I had a proper snoop through his mum's Instagram.
Oh my gosh.
And I found a picture of his ex. And I was like, she wasn't given, right? And my pal was like, oh, shut up, let me see.
Oh my God.
So then I've went on and screenshotted. So I then went on his page, his mum's page, went down to fucking 7 years back with a post, screenshotted a picture of him and his ex. And then because I was texting him, I've sent him the picture.
Sophie. Oh,
so
how do you explain that?
So as soon as I done it, I was like, fuck, right? And I was obviously still on FaceTime, and I was going, fuck, and my pals going, ah! Like, I'm going, calm down. Because I was like full on going to be sick. And she was like, she couldn't breathe. She was like, I'm saying, what did I do? So I then just wrote back, kidded on, I was bold as brass. Is this your ex? Question mark. And I wrote, yeah, question mark back. And I wrote, oh cool, she was punching, because I didn't know what to say.
Did he not say why you scrolling all down your mum's Instagram?
No, but we never met, so that's the reason.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Awful.
Do you know what? I've had to remove all of the stickers. Have you seen the new thing on phones where you can create a sticker of your photo?
Oh my God, I get caught out with this all the time.
So I sent a sticker of me and another woman to another woman.
Oh no!
By accident, I just fucking pressed it, but I didn't mean to. I was like looking for an emoji.
Yeah, because they come up in your emoji tabs.
And it come up, but I weren't in any like confirmed situationships or anything. I was just kind of the one that I'd sent it to had come back from the past like a ghost.
Yeah.
And come back and I was just being polite messaging and I went to just send like an innocent smiley emoji. Kind of went in my favour really because I've accidentally sent a sticker of an absolutely stunning photo of me and another woman.
Yeah.
And it just went and it sent, and I realised what I'd done quickly. I was like, fuck, deleted it. But she'd already seen it, and she was like, oh, okay, no worries. Like, if you're happy. And I was just kind of like, just liked it or something. But at least it got me out of falling into another situation.
Well, it did. I was texting someone about work the other day, and it was like, I don't know if it was my publisher or something like that. And when we were on holiday, my boyfriend supports Rangers, and obviously up here, Christine, we take our football very seriously. So it's what is that? It's a football team?
No, I've only heard of Liverpool, the best in the whole world.
So we've got Celtic and Rangers. So you're either really one or the other if you're from the Glasgow area. And
that's a red flag for me.
So, no.
It's the wrong. The only red I want to see is the Liverpool kit. Right. If it ain't that, no, it's a red flag.
So he's Rangers and I'm Celtic, okay? But it works. I don't really care about football. I've just been brought up to believe I support Celtic. We don't watch it, anything. So when we were on holiday, he kept saying to me, go and put on he brought his Rangers top to pull. He's like, go and shove on my Rangers top. And I went, right, fine, only if you put on my top. So it was obviously a wee tiny vest top that was like this size, and he's quite buff, like muscly. And he's like, fine, use it. And I had this top on for an hour. I took the tags off it. And we swapped, and he'd put on this wee tank top, right? And it was dead funny, right? And then I took up, and I was killing myself laughing at the pool, and I took a picture and he's pouting at the pool. And then I turned it into a sticker, obviously, because we were sending them back and forth, like in my family chat, so it was funny. And then someone emailed me about the book and can I make this signing? And I went to say, like, yeah, that's absolutely fine. But then I went to send the sticker and it's my boy. And I'm thinking, they obviously think he wears that. And it's like my tiny crop top, my vest top. And he's pouting.
Oh my God.
But it could have been worse, to be fair.
It could have been worse. Yeah, the stickers are not a good idea.
If you love Situationships with Sophie and Christine, don't forget you can enjoy more from us on BBC iPlayer and Sounds.